as far back as I can remember, I wanted everything to be different. I wanted a different place, space, face. If I was coloring at my little kindergarten table, I wanted to be out on the monkey bars. If I was out climbing on the monkey bars, I would look up and at the highest bar was Vivian Gustafson, swinging upside down. Funny how you remember those names from kindergarten? I cannot remember your neighbor's name who you met 2 days ago. Anyway, there was Vivian Gustafson, the tallest girl in kindergarten. I wanted to be tall like Vivian. She would reach out, jump onto that highest bar, hang upside down and swing. I would reach out, get on the lowest bar, hang upside down, and my hair would be brushing the dirt. So I always wanted something different. What I mostly wanted to be different was my face. When I was a young, very young girl, I had a round, pudgy face. Think round Humpty Dumpty. I wanted it to be different. And as I got older and I started looking at those movie magazines, I realized what I wanted was sculptured bone structure. Then I got even older and I started reading romance novels, and I realized I wanted high cheekbones, maybe a dimple. I wanted sweeping eyelashes like Aurelia or Veronica or Lila had, the heroines in those novels. Not the little sparsely things I had and still have, just lined up on my eyelid. Now, gradually, my face changed. I did lose some of that baby fat, and I lost some other things too. Since I was about 55, I noticed the daily scrutiny in the mirror showed that I was losing things. Now, everybody loses things, right? You lose your sunglasses, you lose a glove, you lose a pen, but these were more vital things that I was losing. First, I lost the shine in my hair. Well, I fixed that with a deepening relationship with my hairdresser. Then I lost some of the firmness and elasticity, which we're working on, more hours in the gym and some creams. Rather than be shocked by all these changes, I turned to my bellwether for aging, and that is my identical twin sister. My sister and I are separated in age by a mere 5 minutes. But 5 minutes in age carries some hefty weight along the aging path. Developmentally, things happened first. She walked first, she talked first, she grew taller first. So she also had some of these more mature aging aspects happen to her first. Which is fine with me. I remember the first time that she called me up and she was talking about the first gray hair. I clucked and I'm in sympathy. When I got off the phone, I raced to the mirror. I checked the hairline, checked the part, checked the side. No gray hair yet. But of course it came. The next phone call, several months later, she's reporting a change in eyebrow shape, color, and texture. Texture? Yes, she said. I have one lone hair over on my left eyebrow. Some of you have that too. She said it's growing longer and it's very coarse. And it kind of stands out there. I said, no, that's just for grandpas and people who are old and geezerly. Not true, she says. Sure enough, a couple of months later, left eyebrow, I have one hair that's growing longer and is coarse and it just stands up there, kind of like the cheese in the farm in the dell. Then the next thing that happened, my hairdresser starts humming during the final blowout. Your hair's getting a little thinner on one side. What? No, I knew you get that receding hairline here, so I knew there would be no more ponytails for me, but thinner on one side. Not to worry, she says, a little poofing, a little gel, and it's all symmetrical again. The next report from my sister was, she said, this is quirky, get ready for this. She said, I was blow drying my hair and I found I have some hairs that bend. We have broom straight hair, something that has caused a little resentment against my father who did not share the wavy hair from his side of the family. But anyway, she said, yeah, I blow dry it, I curl it under, Couldn't get it to go in that curl, bends out at an angle. But she said there is a solution. You know, she's ahead of me on the road, so she found a solution. She said, I found this product that's actually called mud, and it's a texturizer and a thinner, and you can mold the hair into place. So I'm okay. My sister's giving me a heads up along the road. Things are going to be fine. Until my 65th birthday. Where was I going? And I had to use a magnifying mirror to put on lipstick. It must have been special because I was using a darker lipstick under the regular lip gloss. When I stepped back to look into the regular mirror, my upper lip was all crooked. Now I know I had followed the lip line, but my upper lip was like a thin slash, disappearing from the middle, the fulcrum down to the, you know that little part up here to here? That's called your fulcrum. You find out these things when you go do research on the day. Disappeared to nothing. Could I be losing my upper lip? Maybe my vision was gone. The only handy consultant is my husband. Does my mouth look all right? Hank's at the computer, so eyes are straight ahead. He's in that position. His hand is frozen on the mouse. You look fine, you look fine. Oh, really? I think I'm losing my upper lip. It's getting thinner. He's online waiting for me to get ready, which I'm not doing such a good job at, and so he's watching the news on CNN. I can see I'm not going to get any good answer from him. So I use my tried and true anxiety-reducing strategy that I learned from a very famous literary character, Scarlett O'Hara, which is, I'll think about it tomorrow. The next day, I go to the mirror, and I do the check. I smile straight on. I turn and smile. I look endearingly at an angle in the mirror. I'm losing that lip. Then I think, maybe I'm having a stroke. So I do all the stroke checks. I smile, I wrinkle my nose, I wiggle my tongue. No, that upper lip is definitely disappearing. I call my twin. Are you losing your upper lip? Supper dip, she says. Apparently, hearing's important too. No, I said, I'm losing my upper lip. Wait a minute, she says, I'll go see. You know, here running, she comes back. I'm okay, maybe you slept funny. Strange rationalization. My roommate is not as sympathetic as I would wish. She says, look, I gotta go, I'll call you later. She hangs up, leaving me with the phone heavy in my hand and my disappearing upper lip. Now, ensuing weeks led me to pore over beauty catalogs, online sites, trying to find the answer to this. Apparently, it is an aging issue. Now, I know there's lights, but I can see some of you nodding. We lose collagen production, which can make the area around the mouth thinner, making it appear as though you're losing that upper lip. It is what also causes those little vertical lines, ladies, that come up out of the upper lip. Now, there are many women who are in denial about this, and they keep wearing lipstick, dark lipstick, and so the color seeps up those vertical lines. You know, you're seeing but I learned how to postpone the vertical lines. You must never, ever drink from straws again. Vertical lines. Also, no matter how good you are at it, you have to give up whistling. Vertical lines. Now, the women in my writing group all appear to have their upper lip intact. Now, these are women who have shared hysterectomies, implants, both dental and otherwise, but I cannot bring up my disappearing upper lip. I go to my book group, and I notice that a couple of them, they have the disappearing upper lip. And when I did mention it, they nodded sympathetically, 2 of them. The third one, with the disappearing upper lip, she looks at me, smiles, and nods, accepting. I'm amazed. I've taken her on as my aging role model. I'm working up the courage to ask her, what do you do about the mirrors in your house? Do you take them down? Do you cover them like it's some religious loss? Yes, we're mourning Ethel's lost upper lip. But you know what? I'm okay. I'm really okay with it because I've noticed other people are losing things too. My husband, Hank, was standing at the kitchen counter pouring himself a refill for coffee, and I noticed that the back of his pants were kind of sagging. I went over to give him an affectionate pat, and there was empty material. What heavens, Hank? You're losing your butt. Yeah, that diet's really working. I felt the need to be joined in my upper lip loss. Maybe it's something aging, I said. Hank looks at me, comes over really close to that intimate level, and he says, at least I'm not losing my upper lip.